on, Cal. Or Ben. Okay, you stay with Travis then. No Bendy with me. Ow. And of course there's a dog toy under me. Oh my goodness, these animals. Hey Raven. My computer's being slow. I wasn't even sure if it was going to let me hit the live button. Okay, let me turn this on. But yeah, I need to figure out what the heck is causing it to be so slow because it's been happening. Oh, and I forgot to even share myself in. Thank you, Wendy. Oh, this is so aggravating. And then I realized, because I haven't been in here for a week, I realized I haven't washed my brushes. So I had like 3 weeks worth of brushes that I haven't washed. And dog toys under my feet. Oh my goodness, I give up. Now, hopefully, nothing has fallen out. Why are you blinking? Don't you blink. I think if you see blinking light at all, or dimming light, it will go away. It will definitely go away once I get my other computer in here at some point. I think there's a loose connection in the USB port. And so I think it's more noticeable to me because I'm sitting here and it's doing it in front of my face. Whereas you guys probably aren't seeing it, but it is irritating to me. Okay. Hopefully those are dry enough. Because they're kind of irritating when they're not. Okay. I have no idea which paints I want to use yet. And what are you? Oh, ow. Today's not my day, honestly. But that's all right. Hi, Anne. Okay. I have... well, I'm pretty sure I have a fever. That's just kind of how I am. Hold on. Let me get this out of here before I... If I come up with extra pieces, I know that they're from the other kit. Well, you know what it is, Wendy. I'm not going to say what it is on here, but you know what's wrong with me. Okay. So I have these little kits. I made one last year. Hold on. Let me get it open before I grab off the papers. And honestly, there's ways of making these if you don't want to buy the kits. You can buy snow globe shapes. And even if they're not this thick, you could buy a couple of them, put a couple together. I can't remember how much this one cost, but if anyone is interested, I do have a whole unused set, and I could look and see where I got them from. Or if you want it after it's made, you can let me know that too, because I am not going to keep it. This is the second one that I've made. So it comes with foam dots holding everything on, which kind of good, but a little bit of an irritating when you're trying to pull them apart. But I bought these. Trying to remember. Hi, Tammy. Last year or the year before? And basically, you have your snow globe. I'll have to look and see what that was. And this comes out, so you don't have to sand really around any of these pieces. They all come apart. Even this comes off. And then you can paint this or stain it, and then it just pokes back in it, and you can glue it in it. Or it is a tight fit, so even if you didn't want to glue it, it would still fit. And you can use, it didn't come with anything, but I think I put that the wrong way. You can use either, why are you not going to make it? Because it doesn't like me. You can use either the snowman, the little gingerbread house, or you can use a truck. And basically what you do is you put, either you can put magnets, one magnet here and then a magnet on the back of each of those, or you can do those foam, not foam, the Velcro dots. Either way. I don't know why I was trying to put that back together when I'm just going to take it back apart. And honestly, I am not the strongest person, mostly today, so you guys would have an easier time than I would. There we go. There's a foam dot in there, that's why. Ha-ha. That explains it. There we go. Okay, so we're probably not going to have time to do all of those, but what season is this? Okay, not that one. And actually, you know what? If you wanted to, and if you didn't care, if you didn't care that both sides didn't have the trim here on the bottom and then the trim around the circle, you could actually do front and back. But you can do, happy to have your even. You can do like Dollar Tree sells like little snow globe ones. Even the big snow globe ones that are flat. I mean, if you get the paper off of them, you can use those and do the a magnet and do whatever design you want in the middle. The magnet just kind of gives you options for different things. So if you don't make it too Christmassy in the background, you can use it all winter and just interchange the background or the not the picture on it, but whatever you have sitting in it. Because honestly, snow globes are not just for winter. Believe me, I know. I have a lot of snow globes. And I do mean a lot of sticking snow globes. Okay, I think those are my only options. I know I heard something fall, but I can find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, it was the nose to the snowman. Crafter's choice, yeah. But I'm gonna be doing some like winter and Christmas ones coming up here. So I'm not sure if I'll still have Crafter's Choice ones on Monday or if I'll do other ones on Monday. So to give you more of an idea, that's what they have as one example. And then they just have the other two leaning up against it, but you can interchange them. And then that is actually the same paper I have. But that's the other option. Either tonight or tomorrow. I was debating between this one and this one, but I think this one would make the other stand out more for the big circle part. Oh, that's where that went. Okay. I'm like, where the heck did that heart go? Okay, let me stick the pieces that go together really quick. Snowman. Okay, I have all of those, but I don't really care about these little pieces. For some reason, for the buttons, they have squares. I'm not sure why, but they do have squares for that. So I don't use the squares. So Anne is actually my aunt. I haven't been there since September, right, Anne? Like the 18th after that, anytime? I have a reason for asking. Okay. I will be up there at some point soon because I'm not quite finished with it, but getting there. Marianne wanted another one of those glass cutting boards. So I just have to do the coat paint on the back, and then what is this? Oh, for the phone. A coat of paint on the back, and then 2 more coats of Mod Podge. She said she was going to do it for a Christmas gift. So I'm going to take the Mod Podge and put it on here. Yeah, they are good Christmas gifts. I had, at the potato show, I had a couple people who bought the cutting boards. And then they took my card in case they might want more or something, she said, for Christmas presents, but we'll see if she contacts me or not. But if not, that's okay. But I do need to make more of the small square ones. But I do different designs on glass cutting boards. I think some are 9x9, and then some of the others are, I don't know, around 9x12, maybe bigger than that. Whatever the size of the tempered glass cutting boards that they used to sell at Dollar General, those are the ones that I'm talking about. It's really hard to find those places. There's not too many places that sell them that don't have different designs already on them. Okay. I'm going to put this a little further down just in case that doesn't go in all the way. Not that far. Or in case I struggle with it, I guess I should say. And then I do also do glass plates with the same designs, and I've done ones with labs on them. I've done ones with corgis, German shepherds, roosters, horses, a little bit of everything. I think Mary Ann's bought, trying to think, at least one corgi, one bearded dragon. That one was a unique one. They don't sell fabric with bearded dragons. Yep. Yeah, you have some of the small ones and large ones, and then I made some for Ty with barns and cows and horses, and then I think I made one for Ty's brother with Sean with John Wayne on it. Oh yeah, and the dishes as well. I actually found some small clear dishes that I can do now too. I actually bought those not too long ago. I think I'll leave that blank for now. Oh, wait. Oh, there's enough. I didn't think I was going to have enough paper for both sides. If it wasn't going to have enough, I was just going to leave it and then paint it. But since it has enough, I might as well do it on both sides. But up next after me is going to be Sam with, oh my goodness. Sam's Pink Horse Chalk Designs. I had to think for a minute before I said that. I knew if I just tried to blurt it out, it was not going to be right. And then after Sam is going to be Wendy, who's going to finish off the event with Dusty Granny Crafts by Wendy. There we go. Oh, that's okay. No, not yet. It's actually fabric and some the bearded dragon was me figuring out how small to make them and cutting them out by hand and putting them on, trying to keep the ink from bleeding, and then putting it on the cutting board face down into the Mod Podge. And believe me, that was not an easy task. It was sticking, wanting to bleed and smear, and so the first time I had to take everything off the board and start over, and then I kind of figured it out. But I do want to do some sublimation ones. But you have to buy either buy certain ones or you have to use special coating to be able to use sublimation. But I have some coating, but I haven't used it yet. But I'll be doing a live at some point here, doing some things with sublimation. I have some Christmas ornaments that I wanted to do that way with. You mean like a sealer? The majority of my stuff I seal with Mod Podge. When I don't seal with Mod Podge, I seal with this Waverly varnish. But I can do another cutting board live. I have done a few live, but I can do another one. I took that out of here. Do I have a smaller piece? Oh, wait, I do behind me. Well, it's kind of smaller. So the cutting boards that I would do would be this sized that I would do online or on a live. I don't really have the space at the moment to do a big one in here. Get that out of my way. So I'm just going to iron this really quick just to make sure it's down good and doesn't bubble. Because sometimes it likes to bubble. This one feels weird, Wendy, to use now. Because I think during the last event, I didn't use... I had to have used this iron. I don't know. I guess because I've been doing so many things with the other iron, it just seems weird doing something with this one because it's smaller. But I've been making a lot of earrings, so I'll probably do a live coming up here showing the different earrings and keychains that I have. I did post not all the earrings, but some of them, and keychains. Can't remember if I made up all the keychains. I think I might have. I think I made up all the keychains that I have, and I did all the earrings. Yeah, so the earrings that I made, those ones that I posted on my page, and the keychains, those are all made with sublimation. So they're all using the heat press. And then I need to take a drink really quick. Yeah, those are all... What? Yeah, it's starting to get dark here too. But yeah, all of those were made with the heat press. Just some I made with the mini heat press. And then some I made with the regular one. When it comes to if I'm doing like a lot of earrings at once, I will use the actual big heat press because that thing makes... Oh, I could probably make 10 or more earrings at one time. There must have been something on that. Okay. That is not the right color. I can tell some colors I use more than others because... Oh yeah, that's way off. Some I'm getting really low on. So it has the dark spots around the edge from whatever they used to cut it. So I'm just matching up the color that's on the paper, the main color, the blue, and going around the edge. And they're going to get on the sides kind of, but if you just rub your finger across it once you get it on there, then, hi Veronica, then you can get it rubbed in. If it's too much of a difference between the color, you can't, but if you have a pretty close color match, then you can, which this one is. I've been wrapped up in a blanket all day. The cold weather has been making my joints just ache. And so I just haven't been doing a whole lot. And then after the craft sale thing, I was exhausted, so that took a while to kind of get to feeling back to normal. Actually, I don't need to do that down there, but I'll do it just so it's all finished. Have you gotten any snow, Veronica? Oh, happy birthday, Tammy. My next one's not until December 7th. And it's a Christmas one, so I won't have nearly half of my stuff, so all the fall stuff will get put up, so I won't have to deal with that. Okay, so I just painted the edges, so that's what we have so far. So for anyone just hopping on, it's a snow globe. It was a kit. The kit is available, but at least, I don't know. It's available for some people to buy. I haven't looked at their actual website. But like if you do crafting videos and stuff, you can get deals and stuff on that website. But there is like limits on some of them. Some are bigger than others, but okay. Don't need that one anymore. So for this, I had a dog in here that would have barked. I think I like the idea of stain on this. And I haven't used that in a while, so. So does anyone know what they're having for dinner? Thankfully, I caught that before it spilled all over me. Me and my weird sound effects. I think we're probably, I don't know. I haven't talked to my brother yet because he's off work today. So we might maybe have, I'd have to thaw it out in the microwave, but I can do that. Teriyaki chicken. That's what I was kind of thinking. Whatever we eat, we're going to have to thaw it. Unless he wants frozen pizza. Don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm not a huge fan of it all the time. Thank you for sprinkling. Today's event wasn't the largest event, so it was a pretty tiny one compared to sometimes. But then I did post it kind of last minute. I think. I can't remember now. There is, well, I know Wendy. Oh, it's only 4:39 here. So no, he just woke up. Like literally right as I was going live. Or right a few minutes or seconds before. The dog started barking. I'm assuming there was another event going on. And this time of the year, sometimes, people have other stuff going on too. And then I was having migraine issues. So usually if it's a smaller turnout from my event group, sometimes Wendy will post something in hers to see if anyone else wants in. But honestly, I didn't do even the actual scheduling part until yesterday because I've been having horrible migraines the last couple days. I honestly barely had I barely got home yesterday before the migraine got bad again. I was on my way home and my brother was on the phone with me and the sun was shining at me and the sun just was making my head just hurt bad in my eyes. Then I ate the food I had bought in town and then I slept until 7 this morning. So I fell asleep. I probably slept a good 12 hours last night because of the migraine. So those little dots is what I'm kind of scraping off here because they leave like little adhesive parts and sometimes you can sand them off, but other times they won't come off sanding them. Yeah, there wasn't many who answered the poll for this week. Oh, God, that cat. His cat's in there making a fool of herself. It's so funny. After I gave her a bath, it's like she thinks I'm her mama now. And she sleeps on my bed now every single night almost. And she used to sleep with him every night. But it's like she doesn't want him now after I gave her a bath. I would have made him give her the bath if I knew that was going to happen. Last thing I needed was another bed or another animal hogging my bed. We have 3 dogs and 3 cats. Sometimes I have every single one with me in my bed. Thank goodness I have a big bed. However, when you have an animal sleeping with you and you have back problems, stick them by your back and you have a nice warm heating pad that stays warm the whole time. Feels really good when I have a back problem or backache and I get them to lay in that specific area where it's hurting. It's like, okay, you stay there. That's where you belong. So sometimes you have to go over it more than once because for whatever reason, sometimes it's like the formula of this Waverly chalk paint is not the same always. And so sometimes you can go over it with 1 coat, other times 2. And it also depends on the wood as well. Sometimes you can do it on one wood and do something else at the exact same time and you'll get a completely different look. Because the last one that I did, I only had to go over it once and it worked perfect. This one, I've been having to go over it more. Oh, and I will also be making, I'll probably do that some of them maybe during the live that I do. I'm not sure if it's going to be this week or next week, but one or the other. It's a snow globe. But I am making tumblers as well. I'll have to go over it probably again once it's dry. My goodness, my stomach is making weird noises. So I can do more of that later if I need to. I'm not going to be able to use any kind of glue on this right now because the wax is going to make it not stick for now. So what I'll end up doing is once this is dry, I will go over it with this Waverly varnish, and it's matte colored, and it will help kind of seal that in. Otherwise, you're going to get a dry look. If you don't have that, you can use Mod Podge as well. Either one will work. And it will give it more of a shinier look. If you want a really shiny look, then you could do the, yeah, I'll go over it again. If you want a really shiny look, then you'll just go over it with the, Mod Podge in the gloss or super gloss, whatever. And then we can do either gold or silver for this trim. Now this trim is going to go around the top. So this is going to be a snow globe. It's not going to be one that I'm going to be able to finish. It has 3 interchangeable pieces. This one, this truck, and it has a tree in the back. And then we have the snowman. So I'll probably do the snowman so you can at least see one of those in there. Or at least part of the snowman. So I think probably with the blue, I think I'll probably go with silver. Or I could do gold. Maybe I'll wait for a minute. I'm going to set that aside for a second. And I'll work on the snowman so you can at least see that in something. Or something in that. Come on. There we go. Now, like I said before, if you wanted to make this and you didn't want to buy a kit for it, you can use any of the shapes that you buy at Dollar Tree, Walmart. If you want them thicker, just stick a couple together. Or you could go and get 24hourcrafts.com and Woodpecker Crafts, and I can post a link to those as well. They both are great places to get wood cutouts. That is not black. They're both great places to get wood cutouts. And oh shoot. Almost fell on my head. They are pretty inexpensive. So let's go ahead and get this painted. Okay. I don't want to use those. Yeah, I should have time to finish the snowman and maybe get the color around the edge. I'm still deciding if I want to do gold or if I want to do silver. That's what I wanted. Just trying to get all of my colors that I need. Uh-huh. I found my buttons. I wish I knew where the heck I got these from. I have little itty bitty buttons here that are the perfect size for the snowman, and they look better than squares. Nothing against the squares, but they're just not what I like. I use the tape so that you can stick it on there and you don't have to try and hold it. And then get your fingers all messy. And I use, if I had a table that had something that would stick on, but I have my table would if I didn't have the silicone thing on it, but since I have the silicone thing on there, then it won't let even that stick to it, so. Don't necessarily like that orange, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave that out. So if you haven't joined the Creative Kinship Event Group, it's a free group. You can, in the description is the link. If you haven't been in any events and want to be, feel free to go to that group, and there's a form that you can fill out. I do get notified as soon as someone fills out a form, and then I contact you. That just gives me your page name, your first name, so I know who to contact, and then it lets me know you're actually a real person who actually has a crafting page and is not trying to waste my time. Because, there is those people out there who just pretty much like to waste their time. Just like with saying that they want to buy a craft or something. And then they don't really, they just want to try and scam you. And there's a lot of them out there, mostly right now. So don't fall for any of those. I'm not worrying about getting it on this because I know I can get it wiped up no problem. So I'm not going to have time to finish all of it, but what I'm going to end up doing is adding Mod Podge to this and to this, and then I'll sprinkle some glitter in that and a little bit on the snowman. And Wendy's going to get Sam shared in. So I'll post the finished picture of this. But basically the snowman is going to go, I'll turn that off for a minute. The snowman's going to go in the middle of here, and then I'll have a magnet holding it on. And then that way I can interchange it for the other ones. But Sam's on now, so go ahead and hop on over to Sam's Paint Course Chalk Designs. And like I said, I'll post the finished picture of the craft. Thank you for joining me, and you guys have a good evening.